90-Day Fiancé's Big Ed Brown reveals brand new fitness update after failed Portia Raymond engagement. 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Star Big Ed Brown is channeling his heartbreak into power as he reveals how fit he looks now after his breakup with Portia Raymond and Liz Woods. Big Ed got engaged to Liz in August 2021. The couple had their wedding planned on their anniversary, but Big Ed called it off because Liz lost her temper with him at his sister's place. Big Ed recently shamed Liz for her dangerous behavior through social media. Big Ed then got engaged to Portia, who he'd known for exactly 24 hours. Big Ed deleted the Instagram video, but it has now been replaced by one where he's showing off his weight loss and fitness transformation. Big Ed has a habit of filming himself while he works out at the gym. Big Ed had tears in his eyes after a tough workout using the treadmill. He filmed himself after his cardio session and captioned it, "This hurts, but so worth it." Unfortunately, Big Ed also happened to zoom in on the treadmill display. It revealed that he had used it for 42.20 minutes, but had only finished 2 miles worth of distance. Big Ed seems to have walked slowly on the machine instead of having used it for running. It had still made him feel exhausted to the extent that his face was completely sweaty, and he was feeling like crying. Big Ed could have some underlying health condition because of which he got tired so easily. Big Ed had not spoken about anything as such, but he did mention that he was losing weight so that he could look fit and fine during his upcoming Thailand vacation. Big Ed wants to do away with his dad bod. Interestingly, neither Liz nor Portia seemed to mind what Big Ed looked like when she showed an interest in a romantic connection with him. Liz couldn't get Big Ed off her mind, even after she brought her new boyfriend on set to make the Arkansas man jealous. Meanwhile, Portia attended Big Ed's meet and greet session at a popular sandwich shop, where she even planted a kiss on his cheek for a selfie. Portia looked elated when Big Ed asked her to marry him. Big Ed's weight doesn't affect his dating life. Women seem to like him for things like his sense of humor. Big Ed knows that and doesn't really feel shy when it comes to sharing pictures of him with multiple women who get cozy with him. Big Ed thinks he is charming, and that weight loss might just help him find a new international girlfriend in Thailand. Big Ed's career in 90-Day Fiancé after 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, is over after his split with Liz. Big Ed is desperate to find a partner, and he will do it, even if it means that he has to shed all his weight for it. 90-Day Fiancé. Are Kimberly Rochelle and TJ Goswami still married? Tejaswi TJ Goswami and Kimberly Rochelle are struggling to make their marriage work after tying the knot in 90-Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 5. The couple met on social media and felt that their love was destined, with Kimberly believing that TJ was sent to her by her spirit guides. Despite their close ages and initial feelings of love and affection, Kimberly and TJ faced challenges in dealing with their cultural differences, which led to several fights. Kimberly even had a heated argument with TJ's brother Yash, who accused her of being egotistical and unwilling to compromise. TJ also accused Kimberly of starting fights with him and not appreciating his efforts, such as building a new apartment for them to live in after marriage. Kimberly felt restricted living with TJ's family and believed they were hostile towards her. For instance, TJ's mother, Alka, was disappointed to see her daughter-in-law wearing inappropriate clothing in front of the elderly in the house. Alka criticized Kimberly for disrespecting Indian traditions. Despite not being truly happy in India, Kimberly eventually married TJ in an extravagant traditional Indian ceremony. However, the couple's issues only worsened after they got married. Shortly after getting married on the 90-Day Fiancé spin-off, TJ and Kimberly got into one of their most explosive fights. Living in their own place above TJ's family, Kimberly opened up about feeling depressed and voiced her frustration to TJ about their communication struggles. She felt like she wasn't receiving enough emotional support from TJ, prompting him to suggest she return to the United States if she wanted to part ways. Feeling unable to meet her duties as a wife and lonely in India, Kimberly made the choice to return to Muscle Shoals, Alabama, to be with her family. Kimberly held an Instagram live session to explain why she was returning to the United States, revealing her marital problems. She claimed that TJ had physically abused her before their marriage, and his behavior drastically changed after they got married. She struggled with communication problems with TJ due to a language barrier and felt rejected when he didn't give her physical affection. After getting repeatedly rejected, Kimberly tore some of their wedding pictures, which had her name misspelled. She recently shared a sweet video with TJ on their joint Instagram account called @2episodes, suggesting they reconciled after their intense fight. In the video titled, "When You Try to Tell Him You Love Him," Kimberly expresses her love for TJ while he shyly turns his face away from the camera and gently grabs her shoulder. Hopefully, the 90-day fiancé, the other way couple, can repair their relationship this time. 90-day fiancé, American girl. Signs Micheal's ready to date a younger woman. Angela's trying to get him deported. 90-day fiancé, happily ever after. Star Micheal Alsami is all set to introduce his younger girlfriend to the world, while Angela Deem regrets ever bringing him to the U.S. Micheal and Angela's relationship has been one of the most talked about storylines in the franchise. Micheal was treated poorly by the senior woman. She yelled at Micheal as if he were a child. She shamelessly threw drinks at him or smashed Michael's face into a cake while on camera. However, Micheal tolerated it all. He had always had one mission, and it was to get to America. Angela often keeps telling viewers and cast members alike that they shouldn't believe Micheal because he has a habit of lying. Angela had been with Micheal long enough to know him inside out. She had seen a side to Micheal that the camera hadn't captured. Micheal and Angela's storyline has mostly focused on their scenes together when Angela flew to Nigeria to meet him. Only Angela and Micheal themselves could tell what their relationship was like when the cameras stopped rolling. It explains why viewers never got to see Angela breaking Micheal's phone before he came to the US. However, Angela had gone through Micheal's phone while they were in the Ivory Coast and discovered some shocking things. Angela had accompanied Micheal to Abidjan for his visa interview and grew suspicious of him after he told her to go back to America while he stayed back in the Ivory Coast for 2 weeks. She told him that he had been shady doing the visa process alone because it was their visa and not his alone. Micheal said he didn't know how long it would take him to get a visa, but assumed it would be 1 or 2 weeks. Micheal had learned about it on a visa journey group. He claimed he studied from other people's interviews so he could be fully prepared. Micheal hesitated to give Angela his phone. She first saw all the contributions that were going into his piggy bank, which was money he was keeping aside for a rainy day. Micheal was probably paying someone so they could help him escape Angela's house once he had decided to leave her. Angela dug deeper when she came across that. Angela realized it was a group filled with scammers looking for women they could scam them and go to paradise, which is what they referred to the U.S. as. Micheal claimed the group had men who were on the same visa journey as him. He told Angela he was helping people who needed visas. Angela asked how Micheal could advise others since his own visa had been rejected and delayed for 4 years. Micheal insisted the group only contained male members, but he had also met a young woman named Cheetah in it who Angela believed was Michael's girlfriend. Asking Angela to have a baby may have been a part of the long con. Micheal may have always planned to dump Angela once he came to the U.S. after telling her he needed a child and needed to be with someone younger for that. Not being able to have kids with her could have been a valid reason for Micheal to divorce Angela. All that Micheal originally wanted from Angela was a green card. He may have thought of the baby excuse later while he was exploring ways of how he could leave Angela after getting what he wanted. Micheal's family wished for him to marry a younger woman, preferably from his community. It's quite possible that once he gets his divorce, Micheal brings a woman of his family's choice to the U.S. to marry and have children with her. It could have been one of the reasons why Micheal sought out an older woman who would have, in Angela's words, an empty egg basket. Micheal could have made a list of ways he could ditch Angela after procuring his green card. Her not having any eggs left to tote was a valid excuse for him to leave. Micheal had wooed Angela by telling her she was beautiful when he first messaged her on Facebook. Micheal messaging a 50-year-old woman when he was just 30 suggested he may have been interested in dating older women. However, all the affairs that Micheal had had so far had been with women who were as old as him. The American woman he cheated with Angela in 2022 was 31 years old. Michael's friend who was mentioned during the tell-all was also in her 30s, and so was Cheetah. Micheal never had any only affairs with women of Angela's age. This means that Angela was never his first choice. Micheal was not attracted to Angela. He knew he had made a mistake when he realized Angela was too old to have a child. There was no going back now for Micheal, since he knew he'd have to stay with Angela until he got his visa. Micheal wouldn't have wanted to risk having another relationship with an American woman because his visa had already been rejected once. However, now that Micheal is separated, he is free to date any young woman he wants who can give him the child he's always desired. Micheal was just trying to get to America. To Micheal, the U.S. had always been the land of free. Micheal named his group Paradise Men because he believed that the U.S. is a paradise. In his mind, a true paradise would have been one without Angela in it. Micheal never pictured a future with Angela because once he received his green card through her, he would be free to break up with Angela. So far, Micheal has been linked to multiple women in the U.S. There was a woman named Megan who Micheal reposted on his IG stories. Megan looked like she was younger than Micheal. He also slid into the DMs of a married woman, but it appears things didn't work out between them. Recently, a single mom who Micheal was talking to and calling his babe also exposed his chats. Given how immensely popular Micheal is now thanks to 90 Day Fiancé, there's no need for Micheal to even approach women on social media. It's safe to assume that Michael's DMs will be full of women complimenting him or congratulating Micheal for letting go of Angela. Micheal would eventually date a woman from the same age group. He was never interested in being with older women to begin with. A TikTok live video recorded by 90 Day Fiancé Forever shows that Angela has already predicted that Micheal, who has a child's mind and cannot keep this story straight, is going to impregnate multiple women. While Micheal does have a history of being unfaithful, it remains to be seen if he will be a one-woman man now that he has ended his relationship with his toxic wife. 90 Day Fiancé. The real reason Kimberly Rochelle and TJ Goswami split up. Tejaswi TJ Goswami and Kimberly Rochelle from 90 Day Fiancé. The other way have decided to part ways, and there are some understandable reasons behind their decision. Kimberly fell in love with her Indian boyfriend after finding him on social media. She had dreamed of him before, making her feel that meeting him was more than just a coincidence. Kimberly didn't wait long after meeting TJ and booked her flight to India. She traveled to Jaipur, hoping to marry her Indian partner. Sadly, things didn't go as planned. Kimberly struggled to understand and adhere to Hindu cultural and religious values. As Kimberly spent more time with TJ, she realized that her in-laws didn't accept her. She was furious at her brother-in-law's constant intervention and hurt by her mother-in-law's rules. Kimberly also didn't feel impressed with the apartment TJ had built for her, as it didn't look American enough. Despite all the challenges, Kimberly continued to stay with TJ, hoping for a happy ending. She married him and appeared confident in her decision. Sadly, Kimberly's married life lasted only a few years, and her relationship with TJ ended before they could achieve any notable milestones together. Recently, Kimberly opened up about why she had decided to leave India and return to the United States. During an Instagram Live, she shared the real reasons her marriage with TJ failed. Kimberly shared that the main issue was TJ's changed behavior. She said he used to treat her with love and ease her insecurities before marriage, but things changed after they tied the knot. TJ apparently became less empathetic towards her and more self-centered. The reality star claimed that she hadn't seen that kind and sweet version of TJ since their marriage. The 90 Day Fiancé franchise alum acknowledged that they both have communication issues, primarily stemming from their cultural and language differences. Kimberly explained that a major contributing factor to the miscommunication is that English isn't TJ's first language. She didn't attack her husband, but instead took full responsibility for the situation, holding herself and TJ equally accountable for the communication gap. As of now, TJ hasn't issued a statement on the matter and has temporarily deactivated his social media accounts. Kimberly cried during her recent Instagram Live session, sharing how she pleaded with TJ to love her. She revealed that her husband had stopped showing her physical affection for some time. The 90 Day Fiancé. The Other Way Season 5 alum said that she had to ask him to kiss her or hold her hand, which took a toll on her mental health. She blamed TJ for making her feel rejected, stating that no person in the world should ever have to beg their partner for a little bit of love, as such behavior is truly hurtful. Kimberly revealed that she and TJ had been fighting a lot over the past few months. During her live Instagram session, she shared a shocking incident where TJ bought her a pack of fries as a nice gesture, even though she couldn't eat the staple food in India. When Kimberly complained about it, TJ became furious and grabbed the fries from her hands, throwing them away. The 90 Day Fiancé. The Other Way alum blamed his wife for the incident while she cussed at him in retaliation. Kimberly also spoke about a domestic abuse incident that occurred before her marriage to TJ. She mentioned that TJ punched her in the face once, and she responded by striking him back. Thankfully, the situation didn't escalate into a full-blown wrestling match. Kimberly reassured everyone that TJ hadn't raised his hands on her since then. However, she hinted that the incident had a lasting impact on her because she had been physically abused as a child. Kimberly's shocking statement revealed her relationship with TJ was flawed long before they got married. Kimberly discussed the upsetting incident when she tore her wedding pictures, as reported by Shaboodi.com. This ultimately led TJ to ask her to leave him. She clarified that she only destroyed the pictures with her name on them, not the entire wedding album. Kimberly reflected on her wedding day, recalling how her name had been misspelled on the decorations and album, which symbolized her marriage's state. Kimberly expressed regret for tearing the wedding pictures and appeared apologetic for her actions, acknowledging that both she and TJ were at fault in the situation. Kimberly acknowledged that she and TJ needed marriage counseling to resolve their marital issues. However, neither of them has tried it yet. It seems that TJ's cultural background and his current mindset have prevented him from undergoing marriage counseling. He may believe that ignoring the problem will make it disappear. Kimberly pointed out that TJ no longer communicates with his family. She suggested that her husband could be isolating himself to have space, but also considered the possibility that he's giving others silent treatment as a form of manipulation. Kimberly has expressed interest in getting divorced and moving on. However, she admitted TJ doesn't want the same thing and would never sign the papers. Kimberly discussed her husband's lack of interest in divorcing her, hinting that he wants to keep her trapped in the marriage. While she said that TJ wouldn't let their marriage end, she also revealed that he isn't trying to stop her from returning to the United States. Therefore, the lack of interest in getting a divorce by the former cast member of 90 Day Fiancé. The Other Way is likely due to cultural taboos. 90 Day Fiancé's Micheal launches new fitness journey after leaving Angela Dean for new family. 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Star Micheal Drops is growing stronger as he loses weight while starting a new life in the U.S. Angela Deem and Micheal were together for 7 years when he planned an escape from Angela's Hazelhurst house because he was being mistreated by his American wife. Micheal walked for 5 hours and almost got bitten by a dog until he found his way to Texas, where he now lives with his friends. While Micheal is trying to avoid getting deported, he is also confident that he will never have to leave the U.S. Micheal posted a video in collaboration with fitness influencer at MoFit24 about their fitness chat. MoFit asked Micheal how he felt working out. The two of them sat on their exercise bikes while they chatted about Micheal's fitness goals. Micheal revealed that it was his first time working out after many years. He said that he usually walks or plays soccer. However, Micheal will now be adding the gym to his list of workouts. He asked MoFit what the benefits of working out are. He assured Micheal that working out will make him look good, feel good, and enjoy the process. Micheal used to be quite slim when he first met Angela in 2017. However, over time, Micheal started gaining weight. It's safe to assume that Angela didn't mind Micheal's weight gain because to her, that would mean he would look less attractive to other women. Angela herself spent thousands on weight loss surgery and other cosmetic procedures to look young and glamorous. It didn't stop Micheal from having emotional affairs with random women on the internet. However, Micheal did want a better life for himself in America. With Angela no longer controlling what he does and who he talks to, Micheal has been dressing differently and spending time in the U.S. doing things that he couldn't in Nigeria. He was not allowed to meet his friends, for example. In the U.S., Micheal's Nigerian friends are his new family. Micheal wants a career in reality TV and wants to become an influencer. He's hired a manager and a PR agency. Losing weight is just a part of the process. Micheal will slowly improve more things about himself. He did get a new life after ending his toxic relationship. Angela didn't want Micheal to use social media when they were together. While other cast members only discussed their health and fitness journeys with fans, he never got to do that. Micheal can now start documenting his weight loss. He can also get brands to partner with him during this transformation, such as the usual teas or gummies. Micheal could actually make a profit from deciding to shed pounds. It's a win-win situation for the 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After star. It remains to be seen if Micheal will start posting thirst trap gym selfies to woo his fangirls. 90 Day Fiancé's Annie Suwan and David Toborowski announce huge life update after surprising career change and pregnancy news. Annie Suwan and David Toborowski from 90 Day Fiancé have announced the gender of their baby 4 months after becoming pregnant. The couple is well known for their strong relationship and appearances in spin-offs. Despite their significant age difference, David and Annie have maintained a healthy marriage. They've achieved many milestones over the months, with David losing substantial weight and discovering new passions. He has also started a new career as a real estate agent. Meanwhile, Annie has transformed herself into a successful businesswoman. The couple recently used IVF to conceive their first child. The official 90 Day Fiancé Instagram account recently shared a post on behalf of David and Annie, announcing the couple is expecting a baby girl. The duo expressed gratitude for the love they received during their IVF journey. They wrote, "We are having a baby girl. So humbled by all the love and support that we've received." David and Annie were pictured wearing matching pink outfits and holding pink balloons with "It's a girl" written on them. The couple appeared thrilled at the prospect of welcoming a daughter soon and added, "We really experienced taking the impossible to reality." David and Annie have always had a very strong relationship. However, the arrival of their baby will bring them even closer, changing their lives forever. David will likely focus more on his career as a real estate agent and other money-making opportunities to provide for their little princess. Meanwhile, Annie will experience the joy of becoming a mother, a significant milestone in a woman's life. Overall, David and Annie's baby will bring more joy and love into their lives, helping them achieve their long-standing goal of starting a family together. They'll have to schedule everything according to their baby's needs, which will be challenging. Nevertheless, David and Annie are very stable and mature. They will do whatever it takes to make their daughter's life healthy and amazing. The 90-day fiancé couple is 4 months into their pregnancy journey, so they'll likely have to wait another 5 months to welcome their little one. While the prospect of this new addition to David and Annie's life is exciting, it also brings some concerns about how it'll change their lives. The couple have had a wonderful marriage in recent years. However, the arrival of the baby will undoubtedly transform the dynamics of their relationship and may lead to permanent changes. David and Annie will have to balance many new responsibilities, which could strain their otherwise healthy marriage. The arrival of their baby will be a major milestone for the 90-day fiancé couple, and hopefully they're fully prepared for the challenges that lie ahead. 90-day fiancés Annie Suwan and David Toborowski announce huge life update after surprising career change and pregnancy news. Annie Suwan and David Toborowski from 90-Day Fiancé have announced the gender of their baby 4 months after becoming pregnant. The couple is well known for their strong relationship and appearances in spin-offs. Despite their significant age difference, David and Annie have maintained a healthy marriage. They've achieved many milestones over the months, with David losing substantial weight and discovering new passions. He has also started a new career as a real estate agent. Meanwhile, Annie has transformed herself into a successful businesswoman. The couple recently used IVF to conceive their first child. The official 90-Day Fiancé Instagram account recently shared a post on behalf of David and Annie, announcing the couple is expecting a baby girl. The duo expressed gratitude for the love they received during their IVF journey. They wrote, "We're having a baby girl. So humbled by all the love and support that we've received." David and Annie were pictured wearing matching pink outfits and holding pink balloons with "It's a Girl" written on them. The couple appeared thrilled at the prospect of welcoming a daughter soon and added, "We really experienced taking the impossible to reality." David and Annie have always had a very strong relationship. However, the arrival of their baby will bring them even closer, changing their lives forever. David will likely focus more on his career as a real estate agent and other money-making opportunities to provide for their little princess. Meanwhile, Annie will experience the joy of becoming a mother, a significant milestone in a woman's life. Overall, David and Annie's baby will bring more joy and love into their lives, helping them achieve their long-standing goal of starting a family together. They'll have to schedule everything according to their baby's needs, which will be challenging. Nevertheless, David and Annie are very stable and mature. They will do whatever it takes to make their daughter's life healthy and amazing. The 90-Day Fiancé couple is 4 months into their pregnancy journey, so they'll likely have to wait another 5 months to welcome their little one. While the prospect of this new addition to David and Annie's life is exciting, it also brings some concerns about how it'll change their lives. The couple have had a wonderful marriage in recent years. However, the arrival of the baby will undoubtedly transform the dynamics of their relationship and may lead to permanent changes. David and Annie will have to balance many new responsibilities, which could strain their otherwise healthy marriage. The arrival of their baby will be a major milestone for the 90-Day Fiancé couple, and hopefully they're fully prepared for the challenges that lie ahead. The family Chantel, Corema Morla ruined Pedro's marriage. Signs she was the other woman. Pedro Jimeno from the family Chantel never seemed to have lost his affection for Corema Morla, and their star-crossed love eventually led to the downfall of his promising marriage to Chantel Everett. After meeting through a mutual friend, Pedro fell deeply in love with Chantel. She felt the same way and applied for his K-1 visa so they could begin their married life in the United States. Despite dealing with family drama and communication challenges, Pedro and Chantal married in March 2016. Although the couple faced financial struggles and worked hard to make ends meet, they seemed happy together. However, things took a turn for the worse when Pedro started working as a real estate agent in mid-2021 with Laura Delgado Realty Group. As he became financially stable, he started criticizing Chantal's habits and lifestyle. By the end of 2021, Pedro blatantly began calling Chantal lazy and unambitious. He refused even to attempt to resolve their marital concerns. Eventually, in May 2022, Pedro filed for divorce from his wife of 7 years without any remorse. Pedro has shown no concern for Chantal's well-being in the past 2 years and proudly flaunted his career achievements on social media. When Pedro started working as a real estate agent, he became overly friendly with his female coworkers and even his boss, Laura. When Chantal raised concerns, he didn't make any effort to reassure her by explaining his relationship with his colleagues. Pedro not only encouraged flirtatious behavior from his coworkers, but quickly tried to date his best friend from the Dominican Republic, Corema, shortly after his divorce. He didn't take time to reflect on his actions or the reasons for the end of his marriage, but instead appeared eager to begin a new life with Corema. He didn't even try to hide his emotions from 90-Day Fiancé viewers to prevent backlash. Instead, he openly expressed his feelings for Corema. It looks like Chantal's doubts about Corema were valid, as she did end up being the first woman Pedro turned to as soon as he was free from his marriage. Although Corema was already engaged and Pedro couldn't be with her, he was clearly devastated about seeing her with someone else. In the final stages of their marriage, Pedro portrayed Chantal in a negative light, accusing her of being jealous and suspicious. He claimed her excessive suspicions were causing him mental stress and hindering his professional success. However, this was far from the truth. Chantal always had complete trust in Pedro. In spite of her own doubts and instincts, she chose to believe her husband and accepted his explanation that Corema was simply a friend of sister Micheal Drops and nothing more than that. Unfortunately, Pedro shattered Chantal's trust when he unabashedly danced with Corema behind her back.